What's up, YouTube? This your boy, bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'm gonna give you guys my AEW Rampage review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell every time we bring a brand new video. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, Discord down below in the description, and let's talk about AEW Rampage. Now, AEW Rampage was a fantastic show. It was a good show. We are still in Beantown, USA, and if any of the rumors are true, we are here for one heck of a Rampage show tonight. Match card number one, we got Trent versus Bryan Danielson. This was a very good match to start the show off. Interest on YouTube before the show, and we started the show with the ball ringing. Bryan Danielson with the better of the exchange early, but Trent delivers a running back elbow, a kick to the back. Bryan Danielson looks offended at at the thought. you're gonna you're gonna get your you know what kick, chant by Boston. Boston Crown and throw it back a Bryan Danielson ring upon a career. Both men trade some stiff chops, but Bryan Danielson quickly looks for a jumping guillotine. Trent with a release Northern Light suplex, and he dumps Bryan Danielson over the top with a victory roll leg maneuver from the electric chair. Trent looks Trent looks for a plancha- Trent looks for a planchacho on the outside by Bryan Danielson and catches him with a kick to the body in midair. Bryan Danielson tries a suicide dive, but Trent catches him and hits a Saito suplex on the floor. Trent looks to follow up with a spear, but he eats the steps, and Bryan Danielson is back in control. Bryan Danielson is focusing on the neck here, and hits a snap front headlock suplex for a 2 count. Bryan Danielson goes up top, but Trent catches him and hits a big superplex from the very top rope. Both men trading heavy chops in the center of the ring. Now as Bryan Danielson missed in the insecurity. Deadlift German suplex by Trent. Running elbow in the corner, but Bryan Danielson still has some fight in him. Bryan Danielson catches him an arm trap. Regal Plex. 2 count. Bryan Danielson locks in a Dragon Sleeper as Taz and Regal talk about Tsunami Fujima and the creation of the move. But carved by Bryan Danielson as he delivers some strong knees. Bryan Danielson looks for the running knee in the corner, but he misses, and Trent catches him with a swinging DDT. It's a 2 count. Trent puts Bryan Danielson on the top rope and follow him up, but Bryan Danielson catches him and looks for avalanche back suplex. Trent shifts his weight in midair and comes crashing down on Bryan Danielson hard. 2 count. Both men slowly get to their feet, and they trade elbows and chops in the center. Trent ducks a strike and hits a half and half suplex, followed by a Larry 1-2 no. These two are fighting. Trent beating Bryan Danielson down with elbows, but Trent takes his time. Psycho knee by Bryan Danielson. God style power driver by Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson shakes his fingers. We're not done yet. Bryan Danielson grabs double wrist control and stomps Trent until he's unconscious. Bryan Danielson now locks for the lead bell lock, but adds a neck wrench to the finish, and that's it. The entire match, Bryan Danielson was working on Trent's neck, and the commentator sold the neck surgery the whole match. Another fantastic outing by Bryan Danielson, and this was reminds remains Trent New Japan NJPW heavyweight singles run. Great stuff. The winner of the match, Bryan Danielson. This was a good match. Hook is in the back, and Dawson jumps out of the trash can. Gotcha. It's this time. Hooks throws a chip, throw his chips at him. Scorpio Sky, who is admittedly forgot was the TNT champion, and is in the ring with Dan Lambert and Ego. Sky says he bravely got rid of the TNT Open challenge, but here comes Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara says Sky is making the title mean absolutely nothing. Lambert says it's not it's not it's not flute and Tay's broken English. But he's a fighter and the fighter in him thinks Sammy Guevara and Tay parents have suffered enough embarrassment for a lifetime. Sammy Guevara isn't here for a lecture, but he's here to fight. Ego says he's a he's a big money wrestler, and Sammy Guevara and Tay are a walking PR disaster. Ego says he hopes his daughter doesn't turn out like Tay Conti. Sammy says he doesn't care about Eagle's kid, and he'll be out here every week until they get their fight. All right, so we get match card number 2. So we get Swerve Strickland versus QT Marshall. This was a quick match. QT with a big shoulder block early, and Swerve tries the knee and takes control. Pair of arm drag and jackknife covered by Swerve for 2. QT dumps Swerve outside, but he lands on his feet. Sunset flip by Swerve, and QT bails to the outside, but he eats a pump kick. Back in the ring, and QT ducks behind Swerve and lands a clothesline. Referee is tired of the interference and kicks the rest of the Nightmare Academy out, and we're headed to commercial break. Swerve is in control after the break with a diving European uppercut to a seated QT Swerve looking for the half Nelson, but QT hits the pop up right hand. Diamond cutter sign. Swerve evades and hits a bottom rope assisted drop kick to the knee. Rolling Thunder flatliner followed by the back heel kick, and that's it. Dominant win by Swerve Strickland, which is what he need to be. The winner of the match, Swerve Strickland. Alright. Stars grabs the mic and challenge Swerve and Keith Lee to a tag match against himself and Powerhouse Hobbs. Swerve looks like he accepts. Maria Shafir says she's begging Jay to solve her to the slow next. Solve her next. Okay, so we get match card number 3. The Owen Hart Foundation tournament qualifying match. Willow Nightingale versus Red Velvet. This was, solid for what it was. The crowd loves Willow, who's a staple of the Northeast Independence. Willow runs at Red Velvet, but she gets caught with a leg larry and an arm drag for her troubles. Willow with a pair of shoulder blocks, and she hits the double bicep post. School slam by Willow, but she's missed a senton, and Red Velvet lights her up with the corner with strikes to the body. Willow powers up and hits a snap suplex followed by a senton for a 2 count. Willow goes up top for a moonsault, but Red Velvet rolls inward, and inward, and Willow's missed. But she landed squarely on her head. That was a brutal spot right there. She landed on her head. But anyway, regardless, Red Velvet in control and hits the justice dessert for a 2 count. Crowd is firmly behind Willow here. Willow reverse and Irish whip and hits a big spine buster for a 2 count. Red Velvet hits the ropes, but Willow hits the other side and lands a pounce cannonball by Willow. 2 count. The crowd is not happy. Yeah, the crowd's not happy with that. Red Velvet reverse a sunset flip, and there's a bit of awkward exchange that ends with Velvet hitting another spinning back kick, and that's enough to get it done. Really strong showing for Willow here, but Red Velvet seems to be struggling a little bit. The winner of the match, Red Velvet. Yuta says he's already been embarrassed by Moxley and he's a different man now. Moxley plans on spilling Yuta's guts all over the arena to see what's he about. It's time for the main event. So we get match card number 4. John Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta. This was the match of the night right here. This match was really good. Yuta with a dive through the ropes and to take out Moxley before he even makes it to the ring. Yuta now taking it to Moxley throughout the arena, and the match hasn't even started yet. Yuta slams Moxley's head to the guard. Well, both men both men make it back to the ring, and Moxley quickly hits a snap German suplex, but he's taken off guard here. Vertical suplex by Moxley. Larry in the corner by Moxley, followed by some hard shots in the corner. Yuta is pissed, and he's not backing down until he eats a boot to the face. Crowd is spills here as Yuta fights from underneath Manhattan. Manhattan drops by Yuta, but Moxley dumps him to the outside, and he's in pursuit. Moxley stepping on Yuta's head and driving him directly into the corner of the steps. Yuta is busted open. The referee is checking on Yuta, but Moxley takes aim at his face. Moxley with a express, but express and Yuta rolls to the outside to continue bleeding. So Yuta was bleeding on his all over his face. Moxley follows Yuta again and punches him directly in the face. Moxley exchanges Yuta, but Yuta sidesteps and Moxley hits the steps hard. Yuta back in the ring and looks to go up top, but Moxley follows superplex from the second rope and 2 count. Backbreaker by Moxley in a Texas cloverleaf as we go into commercial break. Back from commercial, and Yuta is bleeding profusely. Moxley taunts Yuta and continues to pie face him, but Yuta has had enough and fires back. Yuta dumps Moxley to the outside and gets up top. Crossbody block to Moxley through the table on the outside. Fight forever chant break out from the fans as Yuta continues to bleed. Yuta barely makes it back in the ring by the 10 count, but he gets a waist lock and delivers 2 deadlift German suplexes. Yuta then hits a arm trap Olympic slam, and he grabs a wrist control. Stomps Yuta up top. Flying elbow splash 1, 2, no. Yuta locks Moxley in the cross space. Crowd is going ballistic. Moxley with a roll up to break the submission and a huge King Kong lariat by Moxley. That's got to be it, but no. 2 count. Moxley delivers some strikes, but Yuta is up, begging for no more. Moxley bites at the opening round. Moxley puts Yuta on the top rope, but Yuta bites Moxley. Moxley gets off Yuta off the top. Moxley catches him with a double arm DDT only. 2 bulldog choke by Moxley, but Yuta isn't tapping. Yuta looks to fight up, and he breaks the hold. Moxley with some knees from north south position, but Yuta is up to his knees. Yuta gives Moxley the finger. Moxley with a running boot, but Yuta ducks roll up for a 2 count. Yuta locks in the bulldog choke, but Moxley gets out, but gets caught in a near naked choke. Moxley reverses into some arm trap, 2 out of 6 elbow wriggle knee by Moxley, followed by the Paragon shift. That's all. That's all. No, Yuta barely kicked out. Moxley picks up Yuta and locks in the rear naked choke, but he's not tapping. Yuta goes to sleep, star making performance for Wheeler. Yuta and Moxley play his part perfectly. Tremendous match. The winner of the match, John Moxley. This was the match of the night. This match was fantastic. It says William Regal and Bryan Danielson are here as Yuta is waking up. Yuta is on his knee, but he's calling the entire Blackpool Combat Club over for a fight. Arena is chanting, "Shake his hand." Regal does, extending his hand to Yuta. Yuta oblige. Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley both give Yuta props as we go off the air. And that's it. Like I said, man, AEW Rampage was a good show, but the main event was the match of the night between Jon Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta. That was the match of the night right there. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my AEW Rampage review on highs, please drop a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. So turn on the bell so you won't miss not a single premiere. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. You guys have a great weekend. This your boy, bigboyfactsjonnytv, and I'll talk to you guys later, and I'm out of here.